Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Uh, I don't have anything for or against the Navalny's, and either Yulia or Alexei, who's gone. But I don't like the way I see it is these guys are just exploiting a tragedy, and I don't like it. It is a kind of like a Hollywood kind of exploitation with lights and interviews and uh, tears and hugs and all that and understanding, and it's just, for me, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth when I see all this circus. I don't know about you guys, but where I'm from, it doesn't have to be the norm, but I think grief is the norm when a dear one is dead, and the grief lasts some time. When you're grieving, you can't talk, you can't, show up, you can't walk, you can't eat, you can't stay in front of a camera and say things, and uh, obviously there are levels of grief, and I see Navalny's widow being, I think, that's how I interpret it, taken from one place to another, and it's like a bear who you show it at the audience here, then you go with a circus somewhere else, and you're gonna move over there, and when everybody saw the circus, then you have to change the bear because nobody will come to see the bear. So her attraction will wane away, and I think she's just used by some very dark interest. I don't know what's going on over there, but I go by human nature, and I don't think I could do what she does. And I don't want to say that she is a strong woman for that. I look that she might be not a certain kind of woman. I don't know what's in her heart, but her busy, busy bee schedule doesn't show me, I don't know, maybe it's a different kind of grieving. So what's going on? She now was put together with Biden. Now just think of this. I don't even know how to interpret it. I mean, I know, but I have to pick the right words for YouTube. Um, the, she would have been really, and it's just a circumstance that elevates her, a widow who lost her husband, to the level of meeting Biden after not even a week after your husband is dead. You go and meet with Biden and hug him with your daughter. I think this is not bad taste. I think it's even worse than that. And they don't care. And I'm not talking about Yulia, the wife, the widow. I'm talking about the handlers. And I can guess who the handlers are. And I will tell you, I will give you a hint who the handlers probably are. The same ones who love Russia so much, and Hungary. Very interestingly, these two countries kicked out some interest, and it seems like they're hated for that, including the Russian people kicked out some kind of guys who exploited their country and their nation for so long, and they want it back, and with a vengeance. So I think the same handlers are here, the same ones who ordered Ceausescu, the Romanian dictator, to be shot dead on the Christians' holy day of Christmas, the 25th of December. Now, if you're a Christian, you wouldn't order that. So that disqualifies the idea that there were some Christians. Now, if there were some Christians, then I don't think they could have been Orthodox Christians. Must have been something else from the get-go. That was a symbol. It was a symbolistic, a symbol, a date when Romanians killed their only president, which, or whom, probably they will realize little by little that he did a lot of good things and a lot of bad things, like most people. Nevertheless, let's see what's going on here. And this vomiting situation where Biden smells Yulia's hair. Ukrainska Pravda. Biden meets with Navalny's wife and announces further sanctions against Putin. Can you grasp what's going on here? I wouldn't even allow that to happen. If I would be Navalny, I would fuck him up from wherever I am. Fucking nasty, sleazy fuck. Anyway, his balls are on the ground, bouncing, pong, ba, pong, ba, pong, like that. Anyway, so for a Russian citizen, the United States of America, the President of the United States of America, just going to impose sanctions on Putin/Russia. What is going on? Without any evidence, they don't have any evidence that those guys did something. They only assume. Well, assumptions mean maybe just a start, but it's a start that doesn't prove anything. So again, she came over there after her husband's death. I don't understand. Personally, I know she's a combination here, the sonnejote or whatever that's called, the Ukrainian flag, her hair with her, not a skirt, how you call it, a dress. You should wear black, or as far as I remember, but nevertheless, some people grieve differently. She had her nails painted red. What the fuck? But again, I have the right to analyze as you have the right to analyze what I'm saying. That's the beauty of free speech, my friends. US President Joe Biden has spoken about his meeting with Yulia Navalnaya, the wife of the recently deceased Russian opposition leader, with 23% on the mayoral elections. That's what he got. So this opposition leader that Putin was so afraid of, got 23%. Was it 23 or 27? I think it was 27% in the mayoral when he ran for mayor in Moscow. 27%. And Putin was so afraid that that guy is going to win the elections that Putin controls? Garbage. Who the fuck? I mean, be consistent, my friends. I'm talking about be consistent. Why would Putin be so afraid when he rigs the elections? Doesn't make sense, but hey, they're telling the baboons that, not to you and I, because we are geniuses right here. And I'm calling this imbecile. Today, I met with Yulia and Dasha Navalnaya, Alexei Navalny's loved ones, to express my condolences for their devastating loss. Look over there. I have the right to do it, because I think right there. Whatever, man. Oh, she's not wearing a dress. She's wearing some pants. And this guy's like, who are you? All right. Biden stressed at the meeting that Navalny's legacy of courage will live on in Yulia and Dasha and countless people across Russia who are fighting for democracy and human rights. That's what it is. After the meeting, the US president said that it was clear that Yulia Navalnaya would continue to fight for you, not even for you, for the interests that keep you over there. Biden also promised to impose sanctions on Putin in connection with Alexei Navalny's death. Based on what? Okay, what connection? Why? We're going to be announcing sanctions against Putin, who is responsible for his death. Biden is very un-American. Maybe that's why he is where he's at. I know that we have here, that kind of thing of due process. That is, you have to follow certain rules, procedures. You have to bring evidence, go in front of a court, have defense, prosecution, a judge, or idiot peers. Something like that, I heard. And I also know that you are innocent until proven guilty. So it is Biden's job to prove that Putin is guilty, not Putin's job to, prove his innocence. That's how it was in the communist times, not in America. So how in the hell the American people can just put up with this? How can you claim that? All right, and she goes over there and talks to this guy, and this guy is so concerned about the opposition leader, and now he's using her. He's gonna use the child. Anyway, I don't know what's in her head or in the child's head, but I think it's too early, way too early, way too early. And I think the handlers don't give a fuck. They didn't give a shit when Ceausescu was shot like a dog on that Christmas Day. Most Romanians that I spoke with in those times in 1989 wanted Ceausescu, put to the side, but not like that. We expected that Ceausescu committed crimes and really did a lot of bad stuff, and we're going to have a trial, and where evidence is going to be exposed over there, is going to be presented, and we will say, yes, he's guilty of this and guilty of that. But it wasn't like that. They didn't have anything. Whatever evidence they had is like Biden right now. They just said, you are guilty of that, and he said, based on what? Well, you're guilty. You did this, you did, and then you are what? Committed genocide or whatever. About what? My friends, those guys behind these kind of things are not like you and I. They're different. The problem is they own us. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.